time to get the holiday juices flowing again here on Cruise1st TV with Polly and Derek as we seek out adventure with Norwegian Cruise Lines. Freestyle cruising for the modern traveller. Now in this show, 3 amazing feature offers you won't want to miss out on.
Crikey, yes, and we showcase the newest addition to their fleet as well, the Norwegian Viva and Prima. Now, we're heading to meet Viva later for September next year for a wonderful Greece and Turkey trip, which includes a city stay in Athens. We're also off to Houston in Texas later.
Woohoo!
Yeah, next January as we take off around the Caribbean and Mexico for a cruise in on the Norwegian Prima for 2 weeks. It's going to be brilliant.
Sounds brilliant. And we've got low deposits to catch these deals while they're fresh. Just £199 per person today to lock in these prices. So let's get something in the diary for this winter first. 15 nights taking us to the Caribbean. Yes, please. So 27th of November, let's fly from the UK to New York. And it'd be rude not to stay about 3 nights in NYC in a hotel.
Sounds good to me.
Great way to start this holiday, New York. I mean, if you've never been, you know exactly what you want to do though if you went. Statue of Liberty, of course. You need to go and do that. Empire State Building, Madison Square Gardens is amazing. I always say this as well, because I've been, Grand Central Station. You're like, what? The train station? It's beautiful. It's amazing. The senses come to life. You've got to go there. Central Park, if you were a fan of Friends, there's a Friends tour, the TV show as well. Brooklyn Bridge, not to mention the shopping. Tiffany's, it's got one of the largest diamonds in the world there. It's amazing. It's so big it doesn't look real. You'll love that. 3 nights in New York before joining the Norwegian Prima. Oh, amazing. Now, she's fairly new, really, isn't she, to the fleet? She only launched summer of 2022, so everything just feels lovely and modern and exciting while you're on board. Oh, these beds to sunbathe on just look so comfortable, don't they? And you're all inclusive while you're on board as well. Just lovely. Look at those beautiful blue seas, which you're going to be enjoying a lot of because of the part of the world that you're going to be visiting. Those waters are turquoise. They're amazing. We're having just a look at all these wonderful outdoor spaces, the infinity pools, beautiful. But then when it comes to entertainment, wow, there's something to keep everybody, all ages entertained. We're seeing like the racetrack, the slides, and we're seeing families, but do you know what? They're for adults as well. It's really, really enjoyable. Sure. Don't think,
this is
we
for
haven't
everyone.
got kids. It's like, no. They have designed it exactly so there is something for everyone on board.
So relaxed as well.
I mean that looks exciting.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That looks brilliant.
Definitely. Well, it's such a bonkers thing to do, really, isn't it? There you are on a racetrack on the top of a cruise ship. I mean, that's surreal in itself, isn't it? So it's got to be something you experience while you're on this ship.
I know, we saw that incredible water park and then, of course, the spa as well, which is adults only, which is lovely. Restaurants on board are just amazing. You've got noodle bar. You've got the Indian on board. You've got a Latin quarter. There's Spanish tapas trucks on board. Just amazing. All different kinds of food, whether it's like that upscale 5-star fine dining or something just more chilled and relaxed as well. And of course in the evening there's lots going on as well. Cruising out of New York, a couple of days at sea, arriving in the Dominican Republic. Of course it's the part of the world where you've got beautiful beaches if that's what you want to do. But if you want something a little bit more cultural, go to the Amber Museum. You can explore the fascinating world that it's known for and maybe buy some as well. Puerto Rico next. You can explore the historic forts of El Morro and San Cristobal, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and these fortifications offer amazing views of the sea and over the city as well. Basseterre St Kitts next. Here, Independence Square is just full of history. It's the heart of Basseterre and it's surrounded by colourful colonial style buildings as well. Great place to take like a leisurely stroll and learn about the history of the islands. St Thomas in the US Virgin Islands is next. If you want to do some relaxing here, you've got Magan's Bay Beach, consistently ranked as one of the best beaches in the world. You need to experience that as well. Tortola is next. Of course, more incredible beaches while you're here. Cane Garden Bay, Smuggler's Cove and Long Bay Beach. Relax on those gorgeous sandy shores, swim, or there's amazing water activities, snorkeling, and go and see that underwater marine life as well. A day at sea and you'll arrive in Bermuda. Dolphin Quest Bermuda is the thing to do. What an unforgettable encounter you'd have here. Swim, interact and learn about these incredible dolphins in a natural lagoon setting. A day at sea, we're back to New York, and that's where you'll catch your flight home.
Tell you what though, what a blissful holiday that looks, doesn't it? And it's at the back end of this year. Do you think we'll have a summer this year, Polly?
Yes, I'm very, very positive about this.
Are you?
It's been such a cold, wet winter. We are going to have a great summer.
Right.
Positive thinking. I'm putting that out to the universe.
OK, well, yeah, let's manifest it, shall we? But just in case it doesn't happen, we've got this as a standby, and we can put a low deposit on it as well. It is a Cruise1st exclusive as well that we're giving you here for late this November, so secure it right now before it disappears. Deposit's £199 each, includes the flight from the UK out to New York. 3 nights at a hotel there. You really want to go and enjoy the Big Apple, don't you? So you need some good time to do that. 3 nights in a hotel, and then your 11 nights of cruising around the Caribbean on exciting Norwegian Prima, exploring the most amazing ports and enjoying it as well. Cheers to that with your premium drinks package. There's shore excursion credits for every port you go to, some Wi-Fi and a night of specialty dining, all factored in and included. Plus, of course, your flight back from New York at the end of the cruise. This is why we want you to lock this in right now with your deposit, because look at the price. You could spend that very, very easily just flying to New York, and not that long in New York in a half-decent hotel, and you would eat up that budget very, very quickly indeed. When you compare it to what's included on the cruise ship itself, it is absolutely ridiculous. Remember, today, deposit to lock in that price, £199 each. And if you want to upgrade on the cruise, let's have a look to ocean view and to balcony, and indeed to above as well, up to a suite, which would be even nicer, would it not? I mean, listen, if you're going to do it, then maybe this is a significant holiday. This is a great way of dipping into these various places, especially in the Caribbean. Wonderful part of the world to be in. Everyone wants to be there. And if you haven't been there, I think there's still that kind of mystique, isn't there? Which is brilliant. Maybe you've never been to New York or the Caribbean. Well, I would count myself in that camp as well. I would love to do both. And if you would love to do both, all you need to do is jump on the phone right now and speak to our team on 0800 953 4700. Now, of course, we are on air all day, every day on our Sky 681 channel, and of course on YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you might be new to us. Well, welcome. We are here every day to talk good news, blue skies and holidays. And here's why you should book with us here at Cruise1st.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade, and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 6,000 independent reviews, so you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
Yeah, it's very, very important as well that you can trust the people and the company that you are dealing with as well, because there's no point in a shiny TV channel if the service doesn't match that. And actually, you can see from the reviews as well. I mean, Trustpilot reviews, remember, you know, it's the good, the bad and the ugly, and it's all there, and we're highly rated. And that's difficult to do in travel, because trying to put travel offers together and keep the prices consistent and everything else is like trying to knit with yogurt. You know, it's really, really not easy. So to maintain a good reputation in the travel industry is very, very difficult to do, and testament to our amazing team. Now, listen, I just want to show you very, very quickly this. Now, I would love to hand this to you physically right now, but you can read it on our website. It's Cruise1st Collections. Now, it's a collection of our most fascinating tour experiences and kind of bucket list experiences that you will want to do. And you should go and have a look at it. It's on our website, cruise1st.tv. Go to the left-hand side, under the Cruise with Derek logo. You're booked on that, right? Okay, good. Under that, you can actually flick through this electronically on your computer or tablet. The future has arrived already.
Fancy.
And it's called Cruise1st Collections, and it's well worth a good read.
Right then, Houston, we have no problem with the next offer because we're going back to the Caribbean now. But for even longer on the Norwegian Prima, our next offer is 17 nights in all, starting on the 15th of January next year. And we fly first from the UK to Houston in Texas. And there's lots to see here. I don't know why I have to say it like that. So we've got 2 nights in a hotel to start things off. I don't know what it is about Texas at the moment, but all the kids are obsessed with it. There must be a lot of like YouTubers or influencers. My youngest daughter, that's where she really wants to go in life.
Oh, really?
Texas, yeah. I mean,
I don't think we've had a stay in Houston before,
we
have we?
haven't. How exciting. So I was really enjoying looking at what there is to do there. Of course, you've got the Space Centre there, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, of course. The official visitor centre of NASA's Johnson Space Centre. There's like interactive exhibits, artifacts, space missions, and you can even take a historic mission control centre tour as well. Other nice things to do there is the Buffalo Bayou Park. It's like a scenic green space along the banks of the Bayou. You can walk, jog, bike, cycle, take a boat tour, or just enjoy a lovely picnic. Look at that. Absolutely
funny, isn't it?
Beautiful.
You say Texas in your mind, that's not what you expect to see.
No, I think of like loads of chicken wings and stuff like that, and fried
I'm sure
food.
there are very good chicken wings there.
Yummy food that you've got to
Anyway,
try.
the reason we're in Texas is because Norwegian Prima is sailing in and out of Galveston, which is in Texas, of course, right, really near to Houston. And here is gorgeous Norwegian Prima. You will love the vibe on board these ships as well. And I think some people, you know, still maybe not sure Norwegian, who's that for? It's for everyone. It's very family friendly. There are lots of activities that the family can do together. But if it's just you two as a couple, you know, absolutely perfect. Or maybe multi-generational. Lots of people, lots of parties who cruise, particularly with us as well. I mean, it's not unusual for us to take a booking for 10, 14, 20 people all going on one holiday. And it's, you know, people of all ages from the same family or, you know, the same group going together. It's amazing. It's the perfect holiday for doing that, because even if you're away with family, you can all go off and do your own things and then come together when you want to.
I think so, because with a large group, there's always someone who just wants to relax by the pool with a cocktail. Yeah, that's me. And then you've got people that can't do that. They want activities during the day. And of course, you've got the water park, the racing track, the mini golf, the spa, so many activities to do during the day as well. And again, with a big group, you've got someone who just loves their fast food, somebody, I would like fine dining. And again, everyone is kept happy because you literally have something for everybody when you're on board.
Yeah, one other thing to just realise as well when you look through itineraries, and this works throughout all of our shows really, is when you look at the itineraries, if there's places that you're unfamiliar with and you think, oh, what would I do there? Remember, there's loads of suggestions, there's excursions, and the internet is just awash with ideas as well if you want to arrange your own thing in one of the ports. So we're sailing out of Galveston in Texas.
And arriving in Norwegian Cruise Line's private island, Grand Stirrup Key. So it just sounds absolutely amazing, doesn't it? Beach relaxation. Look at those pristine white sand beaches. Oh, you just want to soak up that water. Snorkeling, as we saw, in those beautiful crystal clear turquoise waters, just lounging on a beach chair with a refreshing drink in hand. Or you might want to do something a bit more exciting. Look at that, zip lining.
Oh, big hammock for two. That sounds good.
They're quite hard to get in and out of there. Anyway, see, it's onto the British Virgin Islands, Tortola. There's a great Craft Alive Market, which is located near the cruise ship where it docks, for all locally made stuff. Just amazing. Antigua next, great here for swimming, and you can snorkel with gentle stingrays while you're here, and even feed and pet them as well. The coral reefs are amazing that surround the island. They are just teemed with marine life. Really amazing. Philipsburg, St Martin. Now there's two sides to this island. You've got the Dutch and the French, and it's well worth seeing both, and you would have time within an excursion. And as Derek said, you can go off and do your own excursion, or we can sort that out for you, or you can plan it with the team on the ship while you're there as well. Arriving next in Puerto Rico, San Juan. Now, the historic Old San Juan is amazing. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's got colourful Spanish colonial buildings, cobblestone streets, historic forts. Sounds incredible. It's the Dominican Republic next. You can explore Fort San Felipe. Now, that's lovely. It's historic Spanish fortress dating back to the 16th century, and you've got amazing panoramic views of Puerto Plata and the surrounding area as well. A day at sea, and it's Grand Cayman, Georgetown. Now, you can experience the opportunity to interact with stingrays at Stingray City, located in North Sound. There's a sandbar there. You can do all sorts of lovely things, but I think the beaches here are just beautiful. Next, it's Mexico. I mean, you're just going to some incredible places, aren't you? Where it's all about the sunshine and the beaches. The pearl farm here is amazing. You can learn about the cultivation of the pearls, take guided tours, and of course, buy some. Amazing. Day at sea, back to Texas, and it's the flight home.
More jewellery all the way, wherever you go, Pollywinder.
Yeah, I can always find an excuse.
There's always jewellery somewhere on the menu, isn't
Presents for
there?
myself, the best presents.
How exciting and how different as well. Having that stay in Houston, brilliant. Really, really lovely. And look at your itinerary as well. You are covering so much of the Caribbean, but also a little dip into Mexico there as well. Really, really lovely. And I think actually, you know, a holiday like this, you look forward to it, and it kind of becomes landmark by the time it happens. So to have covered so much, you know, I always say there's three elements to a holiday like this. There's looking forward to it, there's doing it, and then there's the legacy it leaves behind, because there's all of those then conversations. You know, sometimes when you've been on a holiday and someone says, how was your holiday? Yeah, good, thanks. And there's nothing more to say, really, is there? You know, oh yeah, we went to a bar one night. You know, do you know what I mean? When you've been on holiday like this, oh, open the floodgates as soon as you start talking to people about, you know, what you did and what you experienced. So a real treat, this one. Early next year, so you can secure it right now with a deposit of just £199 each, which is brilliant. Includes the flights from the UK out to Houston. You've got 2 nights in a hotel there before we start our amazing cruise on Norwegian Prima to the Caribbean and Mexico of over 14 nights, and they're all inclusive as well, which is brilliant. So premium drinks package included. You've got some Wi-Fi, 2 nights of Norwegian's amazing specialty dining included, and credits for excursions in every port. Plus, of course, then your flight back from Texas to the UK at the end. Absolutely brilliant. Price tag again on this one is amazing. I mean, this is really does feel different, doesn't it? And you're on one of the newest additions to the Norwegian fleet there as well. So this is a real treat and a half. I think actually for the nights that you're away and how much you're packing into that and how much value is coming back your way, I just think this is excellent, because actually while you're on the cruise, there's really not a lot that you'd ever need to dip your hand into your pocket for, really. Additional specialty dining, spa treatments, and maybe like Polly, if you wander off into the boutiques and the shops there. That's it, really. The rest of the cruise is all factored in already. Here's the details to upgrade. So if you want to go up to Ocean View, up to Balcony, or up to Suite, there are your prices there. I think that sounds like just the remedy I need right now with this cold. I need a little relaxing 2 weeks in the Caribbean and a little bit of Houston. Houston I would love to see, having now seen the footage of it, because I had a very different picture in my mind.
Yeah.
I think we always think the Wild West, don't you, when you think of Texas, don't you? You say Texas and that's what you have in your head.
I just want to meet the people. I think that's what's so great when you go to these places, meeting the locals, but someone in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably don't all speak like that.
That amazing, you know, deep south tone. Yeah, an accent. Incredible. We're easily pleased, aren't
And buy a cowboy hat.
It was got to be done, hasn't it? 0800 953 4700. Let's tick all these stereotypical boxes, shall we? Why not? Why not? Listen, if you've been to any of these places as well and have got any ideas of things to do in them, feel free to drop us an email.
Oh, yes.
studio@cruise1st.tv. We are always after the gossip and your pictures as well. If there's something you did in a particular place that we should mention, send us a picture if you've got one as well. Same email address, studio@cruise1st.tv, because we are nosy, aren't we?
We are a little bit nosy.
Very nosy.
Now, our third offer for this show is perfect for those of you who might be checking out Norwegian Cruise Line for the first time, because it's 11 nights for September next year, and we're heading to Greece and Turkey in style with a cruise on Norwegian Viva. Now, we're meeting her in Athens, so we'll fly you from the UK to Athens and stay in the city for 2 nights in a hotel. This is nice because it's all a little bit closer to home, and we're going to places that are sort of on our doorstep that you might not have been to before. Athens, such an incredible city, so great to get 2 nights here in a hotel. Oh, look at that, all the incredible ancient Greek architecture, it's just incredible. You've got the Acropolis, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and probably one of the most iconic symbols of Athens. You can explore the ancient citadel and marvel at the Parthenon. It's an ancient temple dedicated to the goddess Athena, and there's loads of other incredible structures as well. You can just like immerse yourself in history and art of ancient Greece.
History lesson in the sunshine.
Yeah, but really interesting and
yeah,
exciting.
very interesting,
Because
yeah.
when you think history lesson, well, I don't know, everybody's different. So that's great. You've got 2 nights there before joining Norwegian Viva, who is just lovely, so beautiful, so exciting, so modern, so much going on. I mean, the outdoor space is incredible. There's so much of it. And it's lovely when you're going to these places where you want to enjoy the sunshine and drinks outside and alfresco dining.
Yeah, I think cruise lines, I mean, they learn so much, of course. You know, Norwegian Cruise Line, like all the big cruise lines, they've been around for a wee while. So when they create new ships, they look at the way that passengers move around the ships that are already in their fleet and think, okay, how can we better do this? How can we do it smarter? You know, what do people like to do? Do they tend to, you know, sneak away to the quiet little bolt holes, so they want more of those? Clearly with Norwegian, more people want to be, you know, outside in the great weather. I mean, that's part of cruising, isn't it? Is you're cruising to amazing places with good weather. So you actually want to enjoy being outside and experiencing that as well. Talking of experiencing, while you're on board, don't forget, of course, we've factored in free at sea here as well. So your premium drinks are included while you're on the cruise. You get $50 of shore excursion credit per port for every port that you go into, which is really good. So if there are places like we're about to go to a place called Thessaloniki. Now, I've barely heard of it. It's somewhere in Greece, but I've never been. So there'll be shore excursions where you can get some really, really wonderful experiences while you're there. You'll get some shore excursion credit. You'll get some Wi-Fi while you're on board and a night of specialty dining as well. So we're cruising out of Athens.
Yes, and as you said, stopping first in Thessaloniki. Amazing, somewhere in Greece. There's lots going on here. I mean, the iconic White Tower is a symbol of the island. It's on the waterfront promenade. You can climb to the top. You've got amazing views of the city. Then we're arriving in Turkey, in Ephesus. Now you've got the ruins of the second largest Roman city here as well. So again, like we were saying before, more history, but a real exciting, interesting, immersive history lesson as you just wander the streets. We're in Istanbul next, where you've got an overnight on board in port. And as Derek was saying, you can do a guided excursion and really get to explore the island, or if you just want to roam off yourself, because Istanbul is a place you might just want to people watch, and you can do that, you know.
Well, you've got the option to do both here because you're here for 2 days.
Exactly. Mykonos next, which is known for incredible beaches. One of them is called Paradise and another one's called Super Paradise. So I think with what they've named it, you can kind of get the feeling of how amazing they'd be when you're there as well. You're going to Santorini next. Now, you'll honestly feel here that you're just on the set of Mamma Mia. That's what it's like. I've been. It's beautiful. We're seeing there those incredible whitewash buildings, and it is just so lovely. It's a very, very magical island. I would say it's a must to go to and explore. Rhodes is next. Nice here to wander through the medieval old town of Rhodes. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's known for its well-preserved fortifications, and it's got the most narrow cobblestone streets. It's beautiful. It's like a little maze. Heraklion Herculean next, which is on the island of Crete. Go and explore the ancient ruins of Knossos Palace. If you haven't heard of it, you might have remembered. Did you do Greek mythology at school? Hearing about the Minotaur being housed there? I did. I made my parents take me as a teenager.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I really, really loved it. You'll then cruise back to Athens, where it's time to fly home.
Well, isn't it brilliant? I mean, you remember it as well. I think that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you find it fascinating, you're actually going. You know, on this trip as well, perfect, because you're going to Izmir, so you get to go to Ephesus as well, which is wonderful. And they're forever finding, you know, they're making new discoveries at Ephesus all the time, of course. And then, you know, in places like Athens as well, actually going there. It's funny, isn't it? You do remember, you can watch programs on TV about history and historical sites and whatever, and it may just wash over you. You can read it in a book and you can kind of go, okay, you know, it depends on how interested you are, really. But actually being there, you really kind of absorb the history as well. So actually, I think there's a really nice balance to be struck on this holiday as well. Because listen, if you don't want to go to any of the historical sites, you just want to go to a beach in every one of these places, then absolutely fine. But it's kind of unlocking all of these opportunities for you as well. Very, very interesting as well. Lock in this offer right now. We're talking about next summer here, so deposits today, again on this one. So good to be able to put a deposit down today of just £199 each, and know that we're locking in a price which includes the flight out to Athens, 2 nights in a hotel there, and then your all-inclusive cruise, remember, on Norwegian Viva across Greece and Turkey on this one. Remember, you've got your overnight in Istanbul as part of the itinerary as well. You've got a night of speciality dining included, sure excursion credits for every port you go to, there's some Wi-Fi and the top premium drinks package as well. And of course, your flight back from Athens at the end. Right, I can't add any more to this offer now. It's so good. All we need is the price tag, and look at that. We're looking now at locking in this price for next September. September is still a peak time for travel, as we know. You know, June, July and August, they are, you know, that's school summer holidays, isn't it? But when you go into September, you know, the sands have shifted a little bit in terms of the way people travel. People are travelling much earlier than they used to, and they're travelling much later than they used to as well. So actually that's still considered very, very peak summer, and you are getting a lot of value there from a massive cruise line as well, and that stay in Athens for a price tag which I think is phenomenal. Lock it in right now with our team. Call us now, look at your other half or ring your other half, take a picture of the snapshot of the price and the details and whatever, show it to your other half, show them the show, it's on our YouTube channel as well, and just make a decision and say, you know what, let's do this. Let's have a look at the upgrades on board this cruise as well. There are your ocean view balcony and suite prices for this holiday, which are pretty incredible, let me tell you, because Norwegian is very, very smart in terms of its cruise offering as well, and forever evolving and changing, and they have really, really imaginative itineraries. I mean, I have to say, for me, I think I kind of flagged this one, that if you've never been on board with Norwegian before, maybe you've been, you know, wedded to one cruise line for a long, long time, and it's time to kind of take a little look left and right and do something different. Norwegian is great for everyone. Looks great, doesn't it?
Oh, just all the activities on board. I mean, that racetrack, there's 14 turns in it, and it's over like, bonkers. I don't know how many levels. It's incredible. And the water slides.
Thing is, I'd want to be on that racetrack every day. I think you'd have to, you know, whenever I went missing on that cruise, that's where I would be.
Do you know what? It's the cruise ship for us, because you are that person who wants to do different things all the time, and I'm that person who can quite happily lie by the pool. So, shall we do it? Should we go away?
Sounds
book a hole together?
Sounds good, doesn't it? Listen, while we make our plans, we will let you make your plans. Don't forget, we are on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you want more inspiration. And there's a pretty good chance that if you stay right where you are right now, in about 2 minutes, we'll have even more ideas. See you later.